Welcome to Fireteam Chat, IGN's Destiny show. I am Jose Otero. I'm joined by Destin and Jose.
Hi, Jose.
And this week, we are talking about Skolas and how this week I got to watch Sean and a bunch of folks on our live stream run it, talk about some of the changes that have been introduced to Skolas, which we may or may not have done on this show. Then we're going to be talking about Iron Banner.
Going on this week.
Some of the Iron Banner is here, and you have reasons to be talking about it. But we're going to go through a little bit of that. And lastly, community thoughts from last week. What do you want in the Taken King? We're going to read off some of the responses that we got in the comments. All right, so let's kick it off. Destin, Skolas today versus Skolas yesterday.
Yeah, so just after Sean played it, I kind of wanted to talk about it on the show, and I still haven't experienced the rebalance Skolas. And what changed was they adjusted the difficulty of level 35. Basically, the burns that used to be on him have now been replaced with non-elemental burns.
That's right. And for context for folks at home, the burns specifically, right? You're already familiar with
used
them.
to be
Arc
solar,
damage,
or void,
solar.
Yeah.
Solar was a big problem because you could have 3 people with 3 maxed out Galahorns go
you
in.
just hop in, nuke them, and you're done.
40 seconds. There is a video on YouTube that shows that Skolas could have been killed in 40 seconds.
Yeah,
that's
how I did it.
sadly.
That's how I did it. Yeah.
You did it?
Mm-hmm.
Cheetah.
Yeah.
It's okay. No judgments here. All right, but looking at now how they've approached it, you're right. So burns are gone. And ultimately, it makes people play it as intended, right? And Skolas, in a lot of ways, at level 35, you're talking about, at least my observation of it being like, you are juggling more than any other encounter I feel in Destiny, right? Because there's 3 things happening. First, you have Skolas, who, if he is within just shooting distance, it's over.
If he's close to you, you're done. Yeah.
Then you have the Devolving Essence, which pops up partway through the encounter, and it is basically a timer that's roughly, I believe, 30 seconds, and you have, it's kind of like hot potato, where if at the end of 30 seconds you're still holding it, you're gone. You're out. You're dead to your team, and you have to pass it off to someone, but there's a catch, right? If I gave you the Devolving Essence, I can't take the Devolving Essence back. Someone else has to run and grab it from me.
So it forces 3-man work.
Yes.
Basically, or 3-person teamwork.
Yep.
Women play too.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, women play too. And then
actually,
lastly,
Sean played with a friend.
Yeah, Sid. Sid's so good on Twitch, who did really well, and Stan HTC. I
play with both those guys on Xbox. I've been playing on Xbox a little bit.
What?
I still got my 29. I got to do a lot of farming for marks to get past 30, but that's grindy. So
yeah. So I was very impressed by how now seeing Skolas in the wild as intended, like that. The communication, the teamwork, it really is unlike anything I think that has been done in the raid. You know, there's required teamwork in Atheon, there's required teamwork in the boss battle at Crota's End. But with Skolas, I feel like there's a lot going on. Yeah. And it's really cool just to see that executed in the right way.
I like it. It's almost like a mini raid encounter. And I like that it forces the 3-person teamwork with the essence.
Yeah, you have to stay together.
Everything.
Yeah.
And and if you didn't check out Sean actually bidding it, he actually goes through the whole thing at level 35 in it's 2 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he got Galahorn. No, he didn't. That's a lie.
Don't ruin it. I was rooting for him, man. I was like, oh, this would be so good to capture on the stream.
Yeah, and he didn't get it. And I was like, ha ha, I didn't get it either, so you don't get to have it.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just me being salty. I will point out one more thing just for folks with this Prison of Elders encounter is that in replacement of burns, or just they've been there all along, the modifiers on the 35 is double the modifiers. There's usually just 1 modifier per round. On this one, they had to deal with specifically during the boss battle, Brawler and Juggler, which Brawler is really helpful, right? Because nothing's more useful than if something gets too close, smacking it, even though melee captains, that doesn't always help. But with the Juggler, you definitely felt the thirst for the primary or the secondary ammo because there just wasn't much.
Hopefully they dropped a little bit more heavy, though, because they're shooting everything with their primary or secondary.
That's right.
Yeah. So in addition to that, his health was also reduced from 27,000 hit points to 15,000 to compensate for lack of burn. And that kind of makes me wonder. I'm like, I think he could probably still just Galahorn the crap out of him and have the same desired result. You know. So
during Sean's run, they only had 1 Galahorn. I have to wonder, but at least with the added burn, modification, you can say, I don't know. I felt like it wasn't too long. They only wiped once, so I was pretty. It made me want to run it. In other words,
yeah. Watching Sean play it with the new modifiers, I played it before all this was adjusted, so it was a pain. It was very frustrating.
You came in very upset. I want to point out.
Yeah. I don't think I've played since that. Like, well,
Really?
I still play like casually, but I haven't done prison since then.
Okay.
Yeah, on my PlayStation character.
That's right.
On my PlayStation character. Yeah, I've been
I
playing
like
Xbox.
that. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on the Xbox. That's how it goes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, so also the reinforcement spawns are based on his health instead of a timer. So that's good. It kind of like you can deal with the ads and then just deal with Skolas.
Well, and that's more like how traditional bosses work in all the other encounters, right? It's based on the health or the state of health or how much health you've taken off versus like, hey, it's time for more to show up. It's like, no, it's not. Don't do this. Yeah. Okay.
We both seem to like the adjustments. Seeing Sean play it was great. He played it in colorblind mode. Good job, Sean.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was colorblind mode the whole time, and he didn't realize because he's colorblind.
Oh, but I'm not colorblind. How did I not notice?
You didn't notice that the radar was yellow? I noticed right away.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, I think I should change it to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just stood out more for you?
Do you play in colorblind mode?
I hope not. I wouldn't have known until right now. I don't know.
So I have a little bit of colorblindness, and I actually really like that they implemented that way back. And I might switch. Switch it up.
Okay, definitely. All right, I hear that.